You didn't stumble upon this message randomly. You didn't accidentally click. You didn't just happen to arrive. No, you were guided here. There's a force moving through your life that you may not fully understand yet, but it's been operating behind the scenes, nudging you forward, pulling you towards something ancient, towards something sacred. And while most people are too distracted, too lost in the noise of this modern matrix, too consumed by the endless scrolling, the artificial lights, the empty opinions, you are here because you've begun to feel the whisper, the soft, subtle voice inside of you that says, there is more. There has always been more. And today, we begin to uncover it today. You are stepping toward your sacred path, the path that calls many, but only a few have the courage to walk. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment below, I am ready, because what you engage with becomes anchored into your field. Your intention is powerful. Don't waste this moment. We live inside an energetic matrix, a construct carefully designed to control perception, manipulate emotions, and distort your view of reality. From birth, you've been programmed to believe that power exists outside of you, that authority belongs to others, that safety comes from following the system, that freedom is something you earn after decades of sacrifice. But none of that is true. The truth is far more profound and far more dangerous to those who seek to control the math. The truth is that you were born with access to the hidden forces of creation itself, forces that exist all around you. Forces that are intelligent, responsive, awake. Most people will never access these forces because they remain asleep, trapped inside the very illusions that keep the matrix alive. You're different because you feel something rising inside of you, an inner restlessness that no career, no relationship, no possession has fully satisfied. That is your soul awakening. That is the call to your sacred path. We understand this. There are frequencies of purpose encoded into your very being. Frequencies of abundance, frequencies of love, frequencies of divine alignment. And these frequencies are not accessed through luck or hustle or grinding harder than everyone else. No, they are activated the moment you step into your highest alignment, the moment you surrender who you thought you were, so you can finally embody who you truly are. But make no mistake, this sacred path isn't easy, and that's exactly why so few choose to walk it. Because this path demands full responsibility for your life. It requires that you face your deepest fears, your most painful traumas, your limiting beliefs that have silently ruled your choices for years. The sacred path requires you to confront the very parts of yourself that you've spent a lifetime avoiding. And yet, it is only through that confrontation, that alchemical process of transformation, that you awaken the hidden forces that surround you. These forces are not passive, they are not indifferent. They respond directly to your level of consciousness. The higher you rise into your truth, the more doors begin to open that were previously invisible. The more aligned you become, the more effortlessly opportunities, people, and synchronicities begin to flow into your life. Not because you chase them, but because you've become magnetic to them. Because when you walk your sacred path, you stop playing by the artificial rules of the matrix, and you start operating from the original laws of the universe. Every setback you've faced, every betrayal you've endured, every heartbreak you've suffered, they were not punishments. They were tests, initiations, rites of passage, each one sculpting you, refining you, purifying you until you are finally ready to hear this message. The sacred path has been waiting for you all along, and when you finally commit to walking it fully, unapologetically, without compromise, you activate your highest timeline. The first part of this journey was preparation, a clearing of energy, a softening of the heart, a commitment to presence. If you missed it, go back and start there. The second part was the descent, a diving deep within to unearth the buried treasure, the parts of you that were fractured, lost, or never truly seen the light of day. You brought those pieces to the surface, healed them, integrated them, and anchored them in your now. Now it's time for the third part, the activation. This is when the hidden forces fully awaken. The spiritual guides, the unseen helpers, the ancestral wisdom, the energetic codes, the divine synchronicities, the precise circumstances that align perfectly, as if the universe itself was conspiring in your favor. Because it is. You have completed the inner work to realign with the flow. You have surrendered to the guidance. You have stepped out of the old patterns, the familiar loops of behavior that kept you small and safe. And now, just as the caterpillar bursts from its cocoon, you too are emerging. emerging into what can only be described as a miracle, because that's what you are creating. A new life, a new reality. You'll know you're in the activation phase when everything feels alive. The trees whisper secrets, the rain dances with joy, the sunbeams seem to stretch toward you like welcoming arms. Nature, the greatest healer, is rejoicing in your awakening. She is celebrating your return to wholeness because you are her masterpiece, a co-creation of the divine. This is also when the veil between the seen and the unseen grows thin. You may experience heightened intuition, sudden insights, prophetic dreams, or a profound knowing that guides your steps. Trust it, embrace it. It's the voice of your higher self urging you forward. But be warned, the activation phase is not without its challenges. This is when the Matrix fights back. It doesn't want you to break free of its programming. It will throw everything it can at you to keep you trapped. Fear, doubt, confusion, temptation, distractions, false promises, voices that try to convince you to turn back. They'll say things like, "You're not ready, it's too much, you can't handle it. Why would you want to be free anyway?" They'll try to make you feel guilty, ashamed, or unworthy. Don't listen. Keep moving forward. The activation phase is also when the ego dies. Your old self, the one that was formed in the crucible of societal expectations, familial conditioning, and past traumas, it's going to die. It doesn't know who you are becoming, and it's terrified. So it'll try to control you, to manipulate you, to force you back into the safety of its protective shell. Don't let it. Let that old self go. Allow it to dissolve into the vast ocean of your true being. Remember, you are not alone in this process. You have your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, the elemental beings of nature, and the infinite wisdom of the cosmos supporting you every step of the way. You are never truly alone. You are infinitely loved. This is the time of your emergence, your apotheosis, your triumph. The activation phase is when the magic happens. It's when the hidden forces of the universe conspire to bring forth the fullness of your being. It's when you finally step into your power and create the life you've always dreamed of. So go forth, brave warrior, and claim your birthright. Go forth and be the radiant, luminous being that you were born to be. Go forth and activate your magnificence. If you resonated with these teachings and feel called to go deeper, comment below, let us know. I am ready, and we will send you more resources to continue your transformation. For those ready to dive deeper, we have an invitation. If you feel the call, click the link below in the description. Thank you for watching. Remember, the world you live in is sick, it's loud, it's desperate, it screams for your attention, pulling you into endless cycles of distraction, scrolling, comparing, consuming, doubting. Every headline, every algorithm, every whisper of fear, designed to keep you numb, to keep you small, to keep you disconnected from the truth you carry inside. But beneath the noise, beneath the chaos of this artificial world, there is a voice, a knowing that has never left you. You feel it in moments of silence. You feel it when you look into the eyes of nature. You feel it when you stop and realize this is not all there is. Because deep inside of you, buried beneath years of programming, is the original code, the seed of your ultimate power, the spiritual warrior you were always meant to become. You were not born to be controlled. You were not born to chase empty desires. You were born to remember, to rise, to reclaim the strength of your soul and walk as one who cannot be shaken. The world wants you weak. The system wants you confused. But your spirit wants you free. And freedom begins with remembrance. Remember who you are, remember your power, and become what you were always destined to be. If you feel this calling, then walk this path with us. Let these words ignite the fire within, for we are not just a channel, we are a movement, a growing army of souls who refuse to be swayed by the illusions of this world, who see through the matrix of deception and choose truth, who hear the whispers of fear and doubt and turn towards love, who feel the pull of the abyss and stand firm in their light. We speak to those who feel lost in a world that no longer resonates with their souls, those who yearn for something more, something real, something true, those who feel the disconnect, the loneliness, the longing for a deeper connection to self, to others, to the divine. We speak to those who are tired of being numb, tired of chasing external validation, tired of living on autopilot. We speak to those who are ready to wake up, to rise up, to remember who they truly are. We invite you to join us in this sacred space where like-minded souls come together to heal, to grow, to transform, where we share insights, tools, and techniques to help you on your journey, where we discuss the hidden truths that are often ignored or suppressed, where we talk about the spiritual, the mystical, and the magical because we believe that these are not separate from reality. but are the very essence of it. Join us and let your transformation begin. Subscribe now and never miss an upload. Engage with our content, share your experiences, and connect with others who are walking this path with you. Together, we are a force to be reckoned with. Together, we can create a ripple effect that will change the world. This platform was created out of necessity. There was nowhere else to go for the truth, nowhere else to find real connection, nowhere else to get real support. So we created it ourselves. We built a thriving community of over 20,000 members strong who gather each week for online events, who share their experiences and insights, who support and encourage one another. But we know that numbers don't define the quality of a community. And we can say with certainty that the tribe we have built is one of the most genuine, loving, and supportive communities online. We welcome you to join us, to bring your whole authentic self to the table, to share your gifts and receive support in return. Together, we can be the change we want to see in the world. Together, we can create a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. Join us and let us walk this path together. The world may try to keep you small, but we will remind you of your greatness. The world may try to distract you with fear and uncertainty, but we will ground you in the present moment. The world may try to tear you down, but we will lift you up. This is more than just a community. This is a movement, a revolution of the heart, a rising tide of consciousness. Join us and become part of something bigger than yourself. Become part of the solution. Become part of the awakening. Are you ready? Are you willing? Are you hungry and thirsty for truth? Then take the first step. Click the subscribe button and join us now.